All right, what's going on, everybody? KB Card Stacks here. Got some mail, got a pretty decent stack, so let's rip it up, see what I'm buying, and let's talk about it. Oh, this one is already halfway open. Interesting. Dennis Sutton, yellow. This came from eBay. I picked up the red not long ago for like 30 bucks as a PSA 9. And there are two other raw copies, about 50 bucks. You know, Sapphire for me is cool because it's only 6-7 cards for the rainbow. So I'm going to try to get this. I don't want to pay too much for it because it is a defensive player, but I think I paid like $3 on this. I'm glad it came in the mail. I mean, that was how I got it. So, yeah, Dennis Sutton should be hopefully a first rounder next year, but there's a lot of question marks. All right, Antonio Gates Jr., gold auto. Not a guy that I'm buying a ton of. I felt like his stuff was pretty expensive for what he is. I think I got this for about 20-ish, maybe 18 all in. I just haven't had anything of his, and I have always wanted to scoop up just a piece. He didn't really do a whole lot. We'll see what happens with Jonathan Smith, new coaching staff there. I don't know. We'll see. Again, kind of expensive for not a lot of production. I think a lot of it is just the name, his dad, obviously, but I think you're paying a little bit of a premium. I think you pay a premium on a lot of the freshmen just because of the unknown, except for Makai Lemon. I still think Makai Lemon is one of the best freshman values in the product. It looks like we got a couple in here. Two? Okay. Curtis Rourke, Indiana quarterback. This is him in Ohio jersey. I forgot where he's from and recruiting wise. I'll keep these out. But I kind of like Indiana for next year. Kurt Signetti coming from JMU. He brought over Elijah Surratt. They've got a ton of starting running backs. They've got O-line, D-line. They've attacked the transfer portal. I think they look pretty good. Their schedule seems pretty favorable. So been buying Curtis Rourke. We'll see what happens. All right, Eli Holstein, base auto. Got this from Carl on Instagram. He runs sales every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. He's grinding sales all the time. I always, try to pick up something here and there. Just going to stash this. I'm going to stash these freshman autos. So he's at Pitt now. We'll see. Spring game, we'll see how he performs. I'm not expecting him to start. I think that's more of a very long-term hold. All right, this I got on Sport Lots. I'm still picking up base Juju. I've got a ton of these. I have about a 500 count box filled of just stuff kind of like this. Not necessarily Juju, but I probably have close to 100 base cards of her. And I was buying them when they were 60 cents a piece. Went on Sport Lots, and I think this was $5 for the three of them. So I think they're about $3 to $5 a piece right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and just keep stashing them. More Miller Moss. I've been buying a ton of these. I feel good about the system. Not necessarily him. This feels extra. Okay, just a thicker top loader. We'll see what happens. Again, that's a lot of this. We'll see what happens with Dennis Sutton. We'll see what happens with Antonio Gates. We'll see what happens with Indiana. We'll see what happens with Eli Holstein. It's all prospecting. Nobody really knows. You just got to take up as much information as possible. I talked about it in my last video. If you can learn something new, take it to the value bins, take it to eBay, whatever. That's my goal, is to kind of educate. So Miller Moss, we'll see what happens. Highly ranked kid. He's been there a while. Finally broke out. 6 touchdowns in a favorable system that has produced quarterbacks every year. You can get his autos for about $20 shipped. Leaf, this I thought was a decent deal. Tank Bigsby, this was just labeled as pink. I don't even know how it came up in my search. Maybe it was in the details, but this is the purple to 125. I'm buying backup running backs. It's fun for me. I don't like buying, the Lawrences and the Herberts and all that stuff. I like buying hey, we'll see what happens. Let's evaluate a little bit the situation and let's buy cooler cards at a lower price. So I like the purples, true purple. I love this year's Prism. So Tank Bigsby, the handcuff, I would say, to ETN. They signed somebody else who I don't really think is a threat. I'm trying to think of who it is, kind of been a journeyman. Owen on Twitter, always grinding sales. He tagged me in this, and I thought it was a pretty good price. I expect Malik Neighbors to go. I wonder if you'll see this by the draft. I don't think I'm that quite far ahead. Today's date is April 9th. You'll see this around the 25th or 27th, I think, is actual draft night. Malik Neighbors, I expect him to go top 5-ish. I think quarterbacks go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so then I guess Marvin Harrison, and then I think New York is at 6. So I guess top 6. $8. I don't know. I'll have to check, but that was a good price. I think Malik Neighbors is going to be hot. Some character issues that I've kind of seen, or he's just not like a huge work ethic guy. I don't know. So that'll be interesting to monitor, but I think I can flip it for 15. All right, here's a sleeper for you. Isaiah Davis, South Dakota State. Been buying South Dakota State a little bit. A month or two ago, the Yankee brothers are in the product. Jackson and I forget the other one. Super productive, national champions, one of the best FCS programs in the country, on a little dynasty run right now. And Isaiah Davis, probably one of the most productive running backs. I think he's been a starter since he was like a sophomore. He sat behind Pierre Strong, who was with New England, and I think he got traded to Cleveland. Yeah, I think he's behind Jerome Ford and all those guys, Chubb. Yeah, I think it's worth a stash. I think that he is getting a lot of hype and kind of that FCS, kind of that, Quinn Miners or whatever from Wisconsin Whitewaters or River Falls, who got drafted to Denver, and then the kid from the Lenore Rhyme, Kyle Duggar. Like, I think that's kind of his draft evaluation, I guess. We'll see where he goes in the draft. Running back, kind of that middle of the road status right now. There's 10 really good running backs, but it's probably second, third, fourth round, late second and on. Isaiah Davis, kind of probably one of those guys, probably a later 5th, 6th, 7th round guy, but a guy that I like. All right, more Curtis Rourke here. Just another base auto or black. I don't know what the parallels are and kind of the pulls are with the red and the black, and then there's the foils. There's the ones that are hand numbered to 100. Those are the golds. I don't know, but they're cheap. All right, another sneaky one with a sneak peek. Kamani Vidal, Troy running back. I think he was second in the country behind Ollie Gordon in rushing yards, like 1,600. I'm scooping him up. He's in the new Leaf, whatever, Valiant set, or I don't know what it is, but I can't imagine I paid more than $4. All right, Matthew Sluka. Yeah, I'm just buying all these Leaf autos. Sluka, Vidal, Curtis Rourke. So Matthew Sluka, UNLV quarterback. I've got probably 15 of these at this point. I think they are going to make a run for the conference, for the playoffs. You've got Boise State. They're obviously going to be competing. All right, last one here, and this is a stack. I don't know. Okay. There's a card there. This I got on Twitter. Factory Jones, I think is his name. And I got this for $30 shipped. Mackenzie Mbako, probably one of my bigger buys in Bowman University for next year. He's returning. He's kind of late first round in the mocks. We'll see where he goes next year. I think he's kind of that Kyle Filipowski type. Let me return to school and I'll get back in the lottery. So gold masterpieces, just the gold best. I try not to buy best. I'm not a huge fan. I'd rather have the first logo. I think it does carry some significance. I think the floor is a lot higher on those. Like these, I wouldn't be shocked if there were comps for like $6 on these, but you're not finding his gold first auto for, probably under 11 or 12 at auctions. These are nice on-card autos. Greatness awaits. We'll see. Just a refractor. And then the Flight Club, these are case hits of sorts. So pretty short printed. One did 20. So that means I basically, if I can sell that for 20, I just have to get $10 out of these. So I feel like I can do that. I feel like I could sell one of these for maybe just $20. It's got to be the right buy it now type situation, but that was kind of my thought process there. So that's everything. Kind of a chaotic mail day here. Hopefully you learned something. Buying unlicensed is cool. Don't, buy what you like and don't let other people tell you what to do. So if you enjoyed it, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.